saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. Friends, let's all study, investigate, and practice the real words of the Buddha. Real words of the Buddha is a rare thing, rare opportunity. Buddhas are born to this world after long time. The teaching, the sublime teaching, is what you call real words of the Buddha. His sublime teaching, this unparalleled teaching, based on human's mind. Only humans have this wonderful opportunity to understand this wonderful, marvelous Dhamma. Once they understand this, they can practice, they can put this into practice. As the Buddha did this, he attained that state of human perfection, which he taught us, revealed. And if we as humans, if we practice, we ourselves have the opportunity to experience this, realize this wonderful Dhamma, realize the real peace, the sublime peace, Nibbana. Tonight we are going to discuss another very important discourse of the Buddha. This discourse is from Connected Discourses of the Buddha, the chapter number 7, discourse number 2. The name of the discourse is Abuse. Our palatable topic tonight is do not accept. Do not accept. This is our discourse, talk number 48. Let's come to this discourse and understand the discourse first. This discourse is very much significant for our practice of meditation, to practice Vipassana. Let's come to the discourse. On one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling at Rajagaha. Rajagaha is the place where the Buddha attained supreme bliss of Nibbana. Buddha became Buddha under the Bodhi tree. In the bamboo monastery, this time the Buddha was dwelling at bamboo monastery, which was the famous monastery, the first monastery that the Buddha accepted for the Buddha and the community of the Sangha. Bamboo monastery, which was popularly known as the squirrel sanctuary. There, by that time, there was a Brahmin named Akkosa Bharadwaja. Bharadwaja was a family name. He was well known as Bharadwaja the abusive, because he was always criticizing others. There were such persons, those who insult others, especially Brahmins. They insulted the Buddha. They used abusive language, rebuked, curse. This Brahmin, Akkos Bharadwaja, heard. It is said that a Brahmin of the Bharadwaja clan, that class, in the time the society was stratified into 4: Brahmins, kings, merchants, and slaves. That is how the Brahmins, they themselves have stratified, they have classified the society, the then society in India. So he heard that one of the Brahmins has gone forth from the household life into homelessness under the ascetic Gautama. Gautama is the Buddha. Gautama is his family name. So he heard this. One of his own clan has gone forth from the home to the state of homelessness under the Buddha. Ascetic Gautama under the Buddha. So that was the wrong. That was he going forth from home to the state of homelessness is no problem. The problem is that he has gone forth, he has become a monk under the Buddha. That was the problem. And then what happened? Angry and displeased, he approached the Blessed One and abused and reviled the Buddha with rude, harsh words, using harsh words. He abused the Buddha, rebuked, criticized the Buddha. When he had finished speaking this sort of abusiveness, the Blessed One said to him, "What do you think, Brahmin? Do your friends and colleagues, kinsmen and relatives, as well as guests come to visit you?" The Brahmin said, "Sometimes they come to visit Master Gautama." So the Buddha said, "So too, Brahmin, Buddha said, do you then offer them some food or a meal or a snack?" He said, "Sometimes I do, Master Gautama." Buddha then said, "But if they do not accept from you, then to whom does the food belong?" He replied, "If they do not accept it from me, then the food still belongs to us, belong to me, belong to us. It belongs to us." That is what he said. The Buddha then said, "Oh, so too, Brahmin, we, the Buddha used the word we. Buddha used the plural term, not like I, my, me, myself. These are the worst terms. Whenever you use this, you have sort of attachment sort of conceit to yourself. So the Buddha did not use the word I. Instead, Buddha said, we who do not abuse anyone, who do not scold anyone, who do not rail against anyone, refuse to accept from you the abuse and scolding and tirade you let loose at us. It still belongs to you, Brahmin. It still belongs to you, Brahmin. Buddha repeatedly said this. Repeated. It still belongs to you, Brahmin. It still belongs to you, Brahmin, the Buddha said. Then the Buddha further said, Brahmin, one who abuses his own abuser, who scolds the one who scolds him, who rails against the one who rails at him, he is said to partake of the meal, to enter upon an exchange. But we do not partake of your meal. We do not enter upon an exchange. It still belongs to you, Brahmin. It still belongs to you, Brahmin. Then the Brahmin thought that Buddha got angry. He says, the king and his retinue understand the ascetic Gautama to be an Arahant. Yet Master Gautama still gets angry. That is why he said that. Buddha then gave these verses, the talked in verses. Let's see this. How can anger arise in one who is angerless? Buddha is angerless. Buddha has completely destroyed, completely exterminated anger. No more anger. In the tamed one of righteous living, Buddha lives righteously. And Buddha is the tamed one. In one liberated by perfect knowledge. It's a perfect knowledge. His knowledge is a perfect knowledge. He is the liberated one. How come anger? He has liberated. No anger. In the stable one, Buddha is the stable one who abides in peace. He abides in peace. How anger comes? No anger. Further, one who repays an angry man with anger thereby makes things worse for himself. Not repaying an angry man with anger, one wins a battle hard to win. Battle hard to win. He wins the battle. One who does not repay an anger. He practices for the welfare of both, not only himself, he practices for the welfare of both himself and the abuser, the other person, his own and the others, his own and the others. When knowing that his foe is angry, he mindfully maintains his peace. Mindfully maintains his peace. When he achieves the cure of both his own and the others, the people who consider him a fool are unskilled in the Dhamma. because he thought that Buddha has anger. Buddha is angry. Buddha got angry. That's what he thought. So the Buddha said this. The people who consider him a fool are unskilled in the Dhamma. Because of unskillfulness of Dhamma, no skill, not skill. They have not heard Dhamma, not heard the real Dhamma, real words of the Buddha. Those who have not heard of the real words of the Buddha are poor. They have no skills in the Dhamma. Unskilled. They have not learned the Dhamma, professed the Dhamma, real words of the Buddha. That is why, friends, we want to understand the real words, the very words of the Buddha. In order to understand the very words of the Buddha, you have to go to the original teachings of the Buddha. So when this was said, the Brahmin Akkosa Bharadwaja said to the Blessed One, Magnificent Master Gautama, the Dhamma has been made clear in many ways by Master Gautama, as though he were turning upright what had been turned upside down, revealing what was hidden, showing the way to one who was lost, or holding up a lamp in the dark for those with eyesight to see forms. I go for refuge to the Master Gautama, and to the Dhamma, and to the Bhikkhu Sangha. May I receive the going forth under Master Gautama. May I receive the high ordination. Then the Brahmin of the Bharadwaja clan received the going forth under the Blessed One. He received the high ordination. He got both ordination and high ordination together. And soon, not long after his high ordination, dwelling alone, withdrawn, diligent, ardent, resolute, the Venerable Bharadwaja, by realizing it for himself with direct knowledge, in this very life, entered and dwelt in that unsurpassed goal of the holy life, for the sake of which clansmen rightly go from home to home, the household life, into homelessness. That is from home to the state of homelessness. He directly knew, destroyed his birth. That is the realization. Destroyed is this. Destroy his birth. That is his realization. The holy life has been lived. What had to be done has been done. There is no more for this state of being. And the Venerable Bharadwaja became one of the Arahants. Friends, that is the story. That is this discourse. Now let's understand the application. How to apply this in our daily practice, our meditation. The topic we had today is do not accept. Now, according to this story, the Buddha did not accept what he said. Buddha did not accept his abuse. That is what we have to do. In our daily life, we have to confront, face many different situations. Whenever we have such occasions, whether we are among the groups, among the family members, whenever such things happen, what should we do? All these problems, all these sort of problems come to us if we accept it. If we don't accept, then we can come to a conclusion. First thing is not to accept. In order to not to accept things, first of all, we have to understand the irrelevance of it. Irrelevance, not relevant. We have to understand. Even sometimes we start to think, contemplate upon certain topics, certain things. What happened to you? Sometimes you are repenting on what you did, or thinking of a certain situation. Then you have to repent. You have to suffer. You are suffering. So where is the cause? The cause is within. The problem is not outside. Problem is within. So you have accepted it. So the Buddha said, do not accept. That is the first thing. In order to refuse it, first you have to understand that this is not something relevant to me. Not relevant to me. If it is not relevant, you can avoid it. Then you can abandon it. You can expel it. You can exterminate it. You can totally cut it off, obliterate it. This is the process. This is the way to apply. Whenever such things happen, it comes to you as a thought. All these are what you call thoughts. Such thoughts arise through our six senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. With the external stimulus, we think of certain things. Through our eyes, we get an image. To our ears, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. And when we start to think, contemplate certain thing, or in dream, without the support of external stimulus, even you are thinking of certain thing. Where you have to understand this thought. You have to understand the thought as 5 aggregates. A thought means 5 aggregates. What are the 5? Form, feeling, perception, volitional formation, and consciousness. These 5. First, whenever a thought arises, it arises as a form. Right there we have to understand this form. You have to understand it clearly. And then you have to understand that it is not that relevant to me. If it is not that relevant to you, you can avoid it. You can keep it aside, avoid it. Avoid it. Then you can abandon it. You can expel, exterminate, and obliterate. That is how to apply. Buddha said in his own language, Buddha said, Nadhivaseti, Pajahati, Vinodeti, Bhante karoti, Anabhavangameti. 5 factors are to be applied. 5 factors. Nadhivaseti, do not accept. Do not accept. Nadhivaseti. Pajahati, avoid it. Vinodeti, abandon it. Abandon it. Bhante karoti, expelled. Anabhavangameti, exterminate and obliterate it. That is what the Buddha said. So this is why I have given here the letters, first letters. Avoid, abandon, expel, exterminate, and obliterate. Then come to the state of peace. Then you can come to the state of peace. Try this. Try this. This is the way. I say this because I do this. If I don't do this, I can't say. I do practice. This is what the Buddha did. This is what the Arahants did. They got that experience. And whenever we do this, we have the same experience. We ourselves can come to the state of peace. Peace. What is peace? The word peace is not a simple word. It has different states of mind. What are the states of mind? P. This is the acronym. P means you have pacification, peacefulness. You have equanimity. When you practice this, you can experience this. You have equanimity. Then you have appeasement. You have cessation of defilements. Then you come to the state enlightenment. So friends, this is how we have to understand this wonderful Dhamma. This marvelous, unparalleled Dhamma taught by the Buddha. If we read the Dhamma, if we study this Dhamma, if we investigate this Dhamma, if we put this Dhamma into practice, we can enjoy this bliss. We can understand we can experience, we can realize this real peace, real happiness, the highest bliss here in this very world. In this very world. This is the purpose of practicing, following, practicing these words of the Buddha, Buddha Dhamma, Buddha Vachana. Let's all understand this wonderful Dhamma and practice this Dhamma in our daily life so that we can realize this real peace, real happiness of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu.